Requirement: an H4 bulb for simple plug and play operation. LED to get some extra power to up the lumens while at the same or less wattage. And keeping it cheap. Aim: to have a simple, reliable lighting setup to achieve better illumination for confident night vision. And demonstrate the find with side-by-side comparisons so you can draw your own conclusions if this setup will work for your needs. So I jumped online, and after sifting through the millions of options on Amazon, I grabbed this globe at a good price. The Night Eye H4 LED. These globes arrive as a pack of 2, and at 36 watts with 4500 lumens, they seem to fit the bill. It runs a fan as a form of heat dissipation for the more powerful globe, but Night Eye claim it to be dust and waterproof. To make way for the fan, the 3-pronged H4 plug hangs off of a cable. Let's go ahead and get this globe installed. There are a few things to keep in mind during installation. Removing the headlight cowling is just a matter of the 3 screws, 2 to the side and 1 underneath. You'll notice that I've changed out my screws for 8mm bolts. Then to access the rear of the globe, I found that you just take out the top 2 bolts and then loosen off the bottom 2 bolts on the bracket, one on either side, and that allows you to tilt the headlight forward to access the globe. Disconnect the plug and pull the rubber boot. That gives you access to the metal spring. It's just a matter of flicking it off of its catch, and now you can remove the globe. Get her plugged in, and then at this point we're going to want to check that the LED panels are in their correct orientation. So the orientation does matter a little bit as far as I've found. It definitely changes how the light works. At the same height on the globe, there's those 2 LED plates, and then there's another one that's set in a different position. You want that one facing towards the rear of the light. It's going to be pointing down once the light's in its correct orientation, once it's all mounted on the bike. And then the 2 that are the same, they'll be facing towards you. This allows for a clean low beam cutoff line and a high beam that fills in and illuminates above the low beam when compared with the globe flipped the other orientation. If you happen to find it's currently set differently, it's just a matter of clicking this mounting plate off and spinning it and replacing. Actually, for mounting, I just put it all in as one unit, but let's go with how they say to do it in the mounting instructions, which is put the plate in first, flick the spring clip over, and then attach the globe to the mounting plate in the correct orientation as discussed previously. Give it a twist to make sure it's seated in properly. Go ahead and put the headlight back in place, making sure that there's no cables interfering with the heat sink fan. I just zip tied the odd cable out of the way to clean up that area. Replace those couple of bolts on the headlight mount and tighten it all up. And now is a good time to look at adjusting the height of the headlight beam. At least I found that I wanted to adjust it down a little bit. Your results may vary, but you get a screwdriver and you just pop it under on these screws and screw it in a little bit, and that will adjust the headlight beam down a touch. Then it's just a matter of reinstalling the headlight cowling with those few bolts, and we're ready for a night test ride and comparison with the stock headlight. Low beam down the driveway. Makes me wonder if the low beam's set a little bit high. See my way into here a bit easier. There it is. Low beam, high beam. Don't really see much difference in high beam because the high beam set so high. High beam is just shooting at those trees. To give you, the viewer, the best idea of the actual illuminating power of these Night Eye globes and the difference to stock, I have locked off the light sensitivity of the cameras so that each time that I went out for the test it captured the most true to eye representation. Now let's take it for a bit of a spin in the trails to see if it can light up your life. You should be able to
get an idea of what kind of spread the new lamp has compared to this one.
So watching back this footage, you see that hot spot in the middle of the frame there. It wasn't as glaringly obvious when I was actually riding. If anything, it seemed to be helping the situation out there in the scrub. Let's take another look at it up against the stock headlight.
Single with high beam on the stocky. Whoa. Maybe I'm better with low beam in the single track. Whoa, Jesus, hard to see a track. Not gonna lie, it's hard to see where I'm going. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Can't see around corners, eh? Maybe that's just going to be the same with any lamp, headlight. This is when you need a lamp on your helmet. So we're in low beam in the single track. See, I reckon, as far as single track goes, you're going to want something on your helmet anyway. Need that headlamp on your helmet so you can see around corners. So you don't just miss every corner.
As you have no doubt noticed by now, the Night Eye LED is definitely a much cooler white light. I am a fan of it myself. It may be down to that it just provides that much more clarity. Also, as you'll notice, as we go from low beam to high beam, the difference between low and high beam on the Night Eye is not as pronounced as the stock setup. Adjusting the whole lamp into a lower position certainly helps to bring that light spread down and get you out of the trees.
So this is low beam. High beam. Yeah, shooting so high.
So yeah, don't be afraid to go nuts on that lowering adjustment. Let's get a bit of a look at what could be expected from the light on the streets, because I know that some people are sensitive to how the whiter light can give that glare in high beam from the street signs. This section is an unlit back road. The main thing that I've noticed with this Night Eye globe is that I no longer get that sense of dread that the stock globe provides when travelling at speed at night in kangaroo country. As far as reliability goes, I've been running this for about 8,000 kilometres now. There's always that other one sitting in the box in the shed if I need it. But this globe has been through the summer dust and the winter rains at this point. And even though you have to leave that rubber boot off for the installation, I haven't had any problems, and I don't foresee any other problems happening with the fan or this globe, especially at $40 for the two globes, so $20 Australian each. I feel like I'm onto a bit of a winner. It seems like a quality product. I will put an Amazon link down below if you do want to pick this Night Eye globe up. It is an affiliate link, but I do hope that I have enlightened you with this video and given you enough information to make an informed buying decision. If you have found the video helpful, please chuck a like and comment down below if I can answer any other questions for you.
Fuck you,